then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Turn it up, y'all. Peak flow. Are you ready? Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady. To the letter, right? Turn it up. We're giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool?
All right, Coach. First opened back in 2008. There's a look at Lucas Oil Stadium here in downtown Indy. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Indianapolis Colts. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 50, plant. Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl. Hey. Get him, you got it. Snap.
Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the... First play from scrimmage, second down.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 22-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Hey, watch the ball. Go out.
Now Tannehill on the give to Miller. And now running right through him. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now Tannehill. Airing this one out for Evans. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And that throw intercepted. It's Chris Harris, the Pro Bowl corner. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Running it with the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year a season ago, Saquon Barkley. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Another good carry there for the NFL's second leading rusher, and we've talked on air, off air about his MVP candidacy. Make a case for him.
Well, I'm just going to tell you point blank, it doesn't matter whether he's first or second or even third in the league in rushing yardage. That's not the main deal. It's how he gets those yards and the impact he has on his ball club.
9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. Covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Here's the 2nd year back from Southern Miss, Ito Smith. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off at the 30.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Trubisky. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Carolina. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 25th touchdown, tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Panthers strike quickly here for 6 points. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0.
Colts method. Chris Boswell set to kick off.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. It'll be a gain. Of 17 and at Indianapolis, first down.
That's another Colts first down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Hey, wahoo!
A play fake for Miller. It's Tannehill. Airing it out deep for Smith. And this is taken in at the 5. A big play there for Indy. 46 yards. Well, what do you think? Maybe got away with one? I mean, he's thrown 2 picks already. That looked pretty dangerous.
And it had a little hang time on it, so what he needs to do right now, hug it out a little bit with his guy, because he went up and made a play on the football and kept him from potentially throwing that 3rd interception. There was some trust in there. There was also some hope.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They come out here in the eye. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. A look at Kerryon Johnson, 2nd-year man out of Auburn. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. This Carolina defense looking to keep him out of the end zone once more. 3rd and goal. They'll run it with Johnson. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Kerryon Johnson with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Lutz with the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
From the 22, Trubisky. This ball caught by his tight end, Wilson. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. For the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Trubisky. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. And the great veteran Eric Berry back to knock that one away.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20.
At their own 23-yard line.
Okay, ready?
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now? Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Rock it. Ready?
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Looking deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain.
Joker, go team, spell.
A first down carry down for Miller. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 24-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
I got you. Watch out. Go. Check 24. Get it.
A give. Eckler running to the right. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
It's been a long day for you.
On first down, it's Miller. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
6-6, pull it high. It's just me and you. Go. Check safety. 53 is the mic. I'm coming for you, son.
They'll try the air now with Tannehill. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Tannehill. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Carolina. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Extra point put through by Boswell, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The linebacker Fred Warner right there on the coverage.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Tannehill. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now it's Tannehill. Airing this one out for Evans. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the 1st half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 34-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this 1st half of action. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they did.
Fielded about a yard deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The number 1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
To try again after the sack, Tannehill. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Tannehill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Harris speeds in for the sack on the corner blitz. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Now Austin. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. On first down, Trubisky. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. Touchdown, Carolina! Marquez Valdez-Scantling with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the third most in a single year. And the Panthers, they widen it. Good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And they're going to stop him short of the 20 with a penalty flag down. And what's the call here? So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Another try after the first down sack. Tannehill, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away this timing.
They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Let's go, defense.
Final play of the half. It's Trubisky. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Rayshon Jenkins picks it off. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
Forget the idea of flipping the field. They have now put themselves in a position to score points with that big-time return.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Second half begins with a run from Barkley. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll go to Barkley again. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Saquon Barkley with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at...
He's got a man, complete. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Chris Godwin, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Throwing here, Trubisky. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Go, Jack.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Looking downfield for Godwin. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Josh Jones. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 25th touchdown. Tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Extra point now by Boswell. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Panthers 45, Colts 17. Chris Boswell.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
Here we go.
At their own 28-yard line.
Down.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just scoring.
And that throw intercepted. It's Chris Harris, the Pro Bowl corner. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers.
Touchdown, Carolina.
Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
17. Chris Boswell set to kick off.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here we go.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Tight end right, tight end right. 4 down. Hey, zoom. Zoom.
Tannehill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
On the ready.
Watch the out, watch the out. Watch tight, tight end's right. Watch
Hey, Delta.
right. Out.
Deep dribble, deep dribble.
3rd and long, it's Tannehill. A good throw here, finding Pascal. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough, and it'll be 4th down. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Here's Austin. He takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
From just shy of midfield, Trubisky. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. 14 yards, good for a Panther 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Trubisky. And finding the tight end, Wilson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a Carolina 1st down on a gain of 16.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12. At the 24-yard line.
Even. 4 down. Even. Get up. 180. Mike 54. Bound to lose 1. Get up.
On 2nd and 12, Trubisky. His throw caught right around the 6. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A pickup of 24. And that's where the play began, the 24-yard line. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth, when the ball's arriving.
And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Marquez Valdez-Scantling with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year, as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point put through by Boswell, and that will extend this big lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
A big play there on the catch and run. 77 yards.
Smith Jr. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Well, that didn't take long. 1 play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation.
Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
At the 4-yard
X3, 218, chopper. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, let's go.
10th carry now for Lamar Miller. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Lamar Miller, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts gain a bit of respectability.
Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
Cosmetics.
Just makes things look a little better. I don't know. It's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, and it's hard to do, too. And the pig doesn't like the lipstick a heck of a lot, but you do like the fact that they're battling down the stretch, still trying to put something on the board, even though this game is over.
By the way, how rude is that to the pig? Look at all the things they give us. Pulled pork, bacon. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. It got his man, complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 33 yards that time. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long. And I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them. And now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
First down, Panthers.
Get up! 180! 6, right there, right there. Ran, top. That's a run. They're running it.
From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on first down. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Caleb Wilson, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
First down 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Got it.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Von Miller able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Tannehill going to give it to Miller. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. The Colts on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Tannehill now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Uchenna Nwosu in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Here's Britton Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And not a great punt here, out of bounds in the air. They're going to say this one doesn't even get to the 40. Meanwhile, in Nashville, they're on to the 4th quarter now. You saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they can hold on, the win would be number 8 for them on the campaign. They'll run on first down. Barkley. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, Oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. From the 30 on second down, Trubisky. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now it's Trubisky. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer. Had
the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. A field position changer there. 49 yards on the punt. Couple that with a loss on the return. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory.
They can't hang with us.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
On the set. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Drop deep, drop deep.
After the run, Tannehill going to throw. And nowhere to go. He goes down to the turf in the end zone. Tannehill taken down for the safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
On the NFL scoreboard, they are in the 4th now in Carson. Chargers have just stretched their lead with a score. If they can hold on to that lead to the end, it would up their win total to 7. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
180. 18. Hey, 58 is a mic.
Oh, Trubisky going to throw. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game.
Drop! 180! Mike, drop! You must be dreaming. Drop!
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there now. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head.
But that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Carolina, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Colts, it just keeps getting worse as they're going to fall to 1-14. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 20.